Previously on Just RC.
We still have our visor we got to install. That's going to really set the look of this truck. Hey guys, Just here. So today we're looking at our K10 Dually project again, guys. And the last couple episodes we've been talking about a visor on here, or possibly filling these cab light holes and using the new CC hand ones. But today I want to take a look at the visor. So this is the, you can see it here. It's part number S0266. This is the windshield sun visor for the K5 Blazer and K10 Scottsdale. Now guys, this is the version 2. There's two different versions. One is it slightly has more area here, but it's not as thick and it doesn't come out as far, I don't believe. So I wanted to go with the version 2. It just seems a little sturdier. It's got a bit more meat there. So I want to try and figure out today, guys, if we're going to end up putting the CC hand cab lights on, or if we can actually have enough room with this visor and our 3D printed cab lights. These are from Power Shift RC. So I want to go ahead and get this opened up here, guys. It is there. It's a really nice product. It does kind of feel 3D printed, but it's very, very nice. So it contours very nice to the body. So we might be able to use the existing cab lights. It looks like there's one there. We might have to re-drill, but I might kind of tape this up here, guys, just so we can get a better look. All right, so here's kind of what it looks like, guys. I actually am really happy with these lights. I think these are gonna actually work. The only thing I'm kind of not sure about is this middle one here. I'm just not sure if we wanted to kind of re-drill and move it back, or just remove it all together and just kind of have the two on the sides. I think these ones are gonna suit this truck better, just where we have the old school lights. It's got a lot of 3D printed parts on it already. So I think these cab lights will work. You can see I just have enough clearance. And then these ones here, these ones are a bit smaller. They are nice. So I think this is the old rust bucket one we're doing, the patina paint job. I think we'll put these cab lights on here, guys. I do also have a plow going on this truck, so just having the plow and having the cab lights and stuff, I think it's going to look good. So more to come on that. That's going to be a different video, but yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll save those for this truck and we'll make these ones work for this truck. It is going to be a lot of wiring though, but it should look really good. All right, guys, so unfortunately the visor does not cover that hole. So I'm just trying to really decide what to do. Part of me is thinking the kind of the easiest and best thing, not easiest, but probably the best thing to do would be just to fill that hole there, you know, get this painted and drilled in, and just have the 4 cab lights, right? I know usually there's 5, but I just don't know if I want to re-drill a hole out in the middle of the roof. That might look kind of silly. All right, guys, so I think what we're gonna do is just go with the 4. I'm gonna fill this hole. I'll have to fill that hole and sand it and repaint, but I just don't want to overdo it. I think just having the visor with the 4 and then having these lights as well, I think that's gonna be good. Yeah, so I think that's what we'll do. So we'll get this off. We're gonna put this, we're gonna prime this and paint it the same color as the truck, which is the TS94 metallic gray. So I'm gonna start prepping this, as well as tearing the truck back down, as we're gonna have to fill this hole, and then afterward we'll get these lights glued in place, and we gotta wire up all of our cab lights. So the first step is we got to fill that hole. So I just cut a little piece of scrap styrene there, We're just going to super glue that in place so that when we go to fill the hole, we'll have something in behind to kind of hold the fill. So I'm just going to put a little super glue and let that dry for a couple minutes, and we'll fill the hole from the other side. I think what we're gonna do, guys, is I might try and use this JB plastic weld epoxy. It's like a putty that we're gonna put that in there. But what I want to do now is just sort of clean off or kind of mask off our work area. I don't want to get goo everywhere. I don't want to have to repaint the whole roof. I just want to basically contain this to a small area and then protect everything else. All right, guys, well, that packed in there pretty good. I think I'm going to leave that to dry, and then we'll just give it a sand, and hopefully that's all we really need to do. All right, so while we're waiting for the putty to dry, one thing I'm going to look at is the wiring. So I do wish that these had some kind of a plug, but this is what we're working with. I did find this in my parts box. So what I'm going to start doing now is just stripping these wires back more so that once we get these in the truck and glued in place, it'll be a lot easier for me to wire it up in the truck and then just kind of tuck everything away. All right, so we just got the visor back from the paint booth and got some primer on it now. You can see there's some kind of faint kind of scratches there. Not really sure what that's all about, but I'm gonna go ahead and sand this with 1000 grit and probably hit it with one more coat of primer before we put our top coat on. All right, guys, so the hole filled pretty nice there. We got our visor painted and everything. Unfortunately, I had the light bar taped off there, and you can see it doesn't quite match, so really sucks, but I think we're gonna have to take this off and repaint the whole roof just so that it's all consistently and all matches. All right, guys, so that's definitely looking a lot better. We got that all repainted. So next up, we got to drill our holes for this. So I'm gonna get this taped on and mark our holes, get those holes drilled. All right, guys, so the drill bit that I used was the smallest one I have here, which is the 1/16, this one here, as well as the mounting hardware, guys. So you get a choice. You get either self-tapping screws or you get a bolt with a nut on the end there. I think that's the route that we're gonna go with as well, just to make sure that it stays nice and secure on there. All right, guys, we got that on there pretty good. Like, I can lift up the whole body with that, so it's nice and secure in there. Next thing is the cab lights. Like I said, these are Power Shift RC. These are the 3D printed ones. I think they're just going to suit this truck a lot better. We got a lot of 3D printed parts already, and like I said, we're going to save the CC Ham ones for our rust bucket plow truck build that we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and get these in. What I'm going to do is just put some shoe goo on the inside there and push these down. Then we're going to do all the wiring and everything. All right, we got those on there, guys. Hopefully that looks all right. Like I said, we made an executive decision to not have that middle one. I could have put it further back, but I just think that looks a little cleaner like that. So anyways, yeah, hopefully that looks really good. So now we got all this wiring. I'm gonna have to tidy up all this wiring and get this all wired up. So that's kind of the next thing here, guys. All right, so what we're gonna do is I just have tape on here right now to hold the wires in place, guys. And what I'm gonna do is wire them up, test them. Once I'm happy that everything's working, then what I'll do is I'll just take shoe goo and I'll glue the wires down out of sight, and then I'll just take a black paint on a brush and paint all the wires black. Alright guys, there it is all done. Not the nicest looking thing, but you're not going to see any of that hopefully anyways. This is all going to be hidden by the seat, and this is all on the ceiling obviously, so I'm going to go ahead and get the interior in, and then I'll give you guys sort of the final reveal in a moment. Alright, and there it is guys. I think it looks really good. This turned out awesome guys. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, I mean, these are a little bit big, so hopefully they don't look too foolish on here, but there is a lot of 3D printed parts on this truck, so I think they actually suit this truck pretty good. I'm happy with it, so I hope you guys like it too. If you look inside there, you can't really see the wires at all, which is nice. But yeah, I think it just kind of tops this truck off. But definitely stay tuned. There's a lot more coming with this truck. A lot of people have been asking me about spacers. I got some spacers coming. We're going to be working on the suspension a lot more. Probably going to put a new motor and stuff in this. I want to get a skid plate for it and stuff too. A lot more coming for this truck guys, so definitely stay tuned, as well as our plow truck project. Alright, and stay tuned for part 3 of our budget build series guys. We just started the patina process. Still a long way to go, but yeah, it's looking really good so far. Really happy with it. I don't want to rush the rust. I'm gonna kind of slowly work on this, but stay tuned. There's a video coming soon, but I think we'll have to leave this one here. But just like, subscribe guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.